What is going on? Every day I'm losing the signal at different places in this city, or around this city, I should say. So we were over there having a lovely conversation, walking around National Harbor, having a good old time, and the signal just died. So here I am. I've walked really quickly to get to this side of the harbor, and hopefully this will work for a little bit. Also cursed because the music over this side is really loud, so I will try to talk quickly over all the music. But I was about to show this interesting sculpture here in the sand. I can't go on the other side, which would be a better view because that's where I lost the signal. But this is a really cool sculpture of a guy buried in the sand. Hey, Johnny. Johnny, you did catch me live, but I had a previous stream that yet again died. I lost the signal walking around this beautiful trail on the other side of the Potomac River, and then I had to run very quickly to find a signal, and here I am. I know. I won't say it, but stupid AT&T. I may have to look for a better carrier because this is getting annoying. But yeah, this is the guy buried in the sand. His little foot sticking out there. And kids climbing up on his nose over there. But yeah, it's a beautiful evening. It's about 4:10 here in technically Oxon Hill, Maryland. We're on the Maryland side of the Potomac River. That bridge over there, that's the Wilson Bridge, which is the south part of the interstate that goes around Washington, D.C., which is 495. Not a lot of history here. While it is a historic area, and I was starting to explain all that, while it is an historic area, the history's been slightly wiped away by all of this development that has happened here. Cherry Creek Park in Colorado on a lake like this. Awesome! Oh, that's so awesome. So this here is the Capitol Wheel. So just for some scale, it's nowhere as large as the London Eye. I think it's about, I'm gonna say, probably 2/3 the size of the London Eye. The London Eye is, I don't know what, 140 meters. And I don't know what this is, but it's not the same. But I was just starting to talk a little bit about the history of this area. This is Oxon Hill, Maryland. Previously, the Oxon Hill Estate. Previously, I can't say the Salubria Plantation, I believe. And the proposal started to develop this area. I mean, it essentially wiped out anything that looks historic here. Although around the trails there are signs that talk about Native American history and other history that happened around here. You won't find much history. But if you're in Washington, D.C. or the area and you want something different from the monuments and memorials, this is a fun place to come with the fam to get up on the wheel here, check out the shops, have a really good dinner, maybe go out on a water ski, check out the Potomac. That is the big Gaylord Hotel right there next to the Westin, but the Gaylord was the first part of this development. Jacob, go study. Go study right now. Go do it, Jacob. Stop looking at, well, it's Friday. You can take a study break, right, Jacob? I mean, it's Friday. Give yourself a break. Jacob, give yourself a break. Don't go study. After you watch my video, go study. Then you're fine. You're fine to do that. Hello, Mohammed from Pakistan. It's nice to meet you. So yeah, this is part 2 of yet another disaster stream. So if it ends abruptly, I apologize. But the signal in this area is not as stable as I would hope. And there's constant music playing. So that makes it slightly challenging as well. Here's the ferry coming in, the water taxi. Well, hello, Chai World. You're from a park with a stand. I getcha. I getcha. Yeah, we were having a really nice walk around the other side, way over there, past that sign that says USA, past that pier. We were having a great walk, and then we lost the signal. So I quickly ran over here until I found one. Jacob. And then you can see in the distance there, I don't know if you can see it, there's a building kind of straight ahead. That's the MGM Casino. So the first property that was developed here was this hotel, the Gaylord Hotel, and then Yuck, a casino. So I'm from Maryland, and I don't care for there being gambling in Maryland now. But that's just me. That's just me. To each his own. Water taxi. Coming in here. Well, thank you all for joining. Is this LA? No, it's south of Washington, D.C. And we're having a beautiful sunny day, even though it's the middle of October. We're having an amazing, amazing sunny day here at National Harbor. As you can see, the big sign there, National Harbor. Thank you for joining. Now, this is not a place where streamers should, just not pay attention, because they'll fall right in the water. It's a good reminder to all of us. Look up, look down, look side to side. So there was a lot of protesting to building all of this here. This is a whole fake city that sprouted up here on the banks of the Potomac. And most of the disagreement was with the Potomac Heritage Trail and the impact that it would have on the trails here. Now, I was walking on the trail over there before I lost the stream. It's kind of not the same. There is also a lot of wildlife here. We saw a bald eagle on the first stream. We'll definitely see one here. There are eagles everywhere. So the concern for the impact on the wildlife is a serious concern. You never met a girl from Maryland. I bet you have. I bet you have. You just might not know that you met a girl from Maryland, let alone a girl from Baltimore. So I am from Baltimore. You probably have, you just don't know it. But we'll take a walk up the main street here and check out the sights. There is a reason for the giant billboard, because it is a screen. It's a great big TV screen on the other side, and we'll check that out when we go on the other side. But this is here's that sculpture of the guy buried in the sand. There's his foot. There are his hands. There's his beard way up here. Hi, Yash. It's technically Oxon Hill, Maryland, but we're just south of Washington, D.C. So this is affectionately known as Washington National Harbor. And I know this stream is going to get claimed because I'm not paying attention. There's a lot of music going right now. So, hey, Jacob, go study. And I wish you luck. Tell us, hey, what are you studying, Jacob? Let us know what you're studying, and we wish you luck. And thanks for joining the stream. Hit that like button on the way out. I would so appreciate it. I would really appreciate it. So here's why the big billboard, because on this side, it's a big screen. Right now it's running ads, but I'm sure there's some kind of, maybe there's movie night goes on here. I don't know, but here's a nice big plaza for folks to sit down. So Halloween, unfortunately, hi Anglo-Saxon, nice to see you. Yeah, unfortunately last night we were trying to look at Halloween decorations around Georgetown, And the stream just kept cutting out. Oh, happy Diwali. Yes. Is it treat time yet? Is it treat time yet? I'm all for the Diwali treats. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna just talk like a maniac over all this music. It's just so loud and everywhere. Jacob is currently doing an ACCA chartered accounting course based in the UK. Like, see, wonderful. Jacob, best of luck to you. That's pretty awesome. Now here on the steps, when we get to the top of the steps, I'll turn around. But there's some nice artwork here. We get a point for a mosaic here. Lovely. Lovely artwork here. And I need to keep talking because of the music. I wish they'd turn the music down. I wish there was places like this. Always have the music, and they don't think about streamers and the fact that we can have our videos claimed for the most innocuous reasons, like accidentally having someone else's music on your stream when you didn't mean to. Okay, I think we're safe here. So up here, we're on the upper deck of the plaza at this monument to our armed services with a representation of Coast Guard, Air Force, Army, Marines, and Navy here. And a beautiful map of the Chesapeake Bay here in the plaza. 2 a.m. Oh gosh, it's like 4:20 here. I'm gonna go mute just for a second. This music's way too loud. Enjoy the plaza. Yash, I showed my face one time when I hit 500 subs, and I'll show my face again when I hit 5,000. So it'll be a little while before I do that, but thank you. Janet, this is Washington National Harbor. We're south of Washington, D.C. We're in Oxon Hill, Maryland, on the Maryland side of the Potomac River. That's the Potomac right there. And that's the Woodrow Wilson Bridge in a distance. And then across the way is Virginia. So we're on the Maryland side. It is a nice place to pack a lunch and sit down and chill on the water. And if you're enjoying the music, that's awesome. It's not good for streamers though, so I'm gonna walk away from the music again. Try to get away from this music. I've had streams claimed before, and one time recently, like for music that was literally at an outdoor museum, they would not release the claim. So I had to take a video down. Oh, Yash. That's so cute. You love American English accents. So there's a lot of English American accents. Mine is considered mid-Atlantic. So I live in Baltimore. So I don't have a southern accent and I don't have a northern accent. I'm right in between. So it's mid-Atlantic. Hey, Space Nut. Oh my God, the other one is still spinning. Yeah, see, that's what happens when it goes straight to published instead of private. The conversation I was having with Holocron Space Nut about, you know, privating my videos first and then letting them be public. Yeah, that one, it just cut out. It didn't even blink. Sometimes they blink first and then die. This one didn't even blink. It just died. So this is American Way. This is kind of the main street here at National Harbor. You can see folks getting their pictures taken. There are sculptures and artistic representations up and down the street, and we'll check it out. And there we see Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, and Frederick Douglass here. Wet noodles will marry you, Umar. It is a nice view. It is a nice view. This isn't my typical walk. You know, there's not historic architecture to look at, but hey, maybe someday someone will consider this historic. I don't think so, but I'll be fair. Walrus Oyster House. Haven't been there, but looks good. We'll get a close-up of Frederick Douglass. I know there are selfie spots everywhere. Hey, Model Train Boy, I'm so glad you found me. That stream just ended so quickly. I just lost the signal, and then I had to run to find a signal, and it took me a while. So I had to run all the way around the harbor to the wheel, and now we're up here just above the plaza, and we're gonna take a walk. This is called American Way, so we might see some Americans along the way. Shake his hand. Well, if I do that, I'll drop the camera. So, try not to do that. Why, thank you, Yash. That's incredibly nice of you. All right, so we're on American Way. And I guess, see, I've not been here before. I've driven through, but I haven't really paid attention to the artwork. So we've got Ford Model T. Okay, if this is really a Model T, I did not realize. It's a tiny two-seater. That's it. That's it. Okay. Is it YouTube issues, Cast Iron? I believe you, because last night it was just stupid last night. You know, I was trying to catch the Halloween decorations in Georgetown, and we figured out what was happening in Georgetown last night. Volodymyr Zelensky was there. That's why all the streets were blocked. It took me 3 hours to get home. Yeah. Oh, maybe that's it. Okay, so I'll tell you, your local railway is the Severn Valley Railway and the West Midlands. So I've been on, what's the one that goes from London to Stratford upon Avon? I can't remember. Whatever that railway is, I've been on that one because I've been up to Stratford. Halloween is October 31st, 2 weeks from today. So this is the sculptural representation of Henry Ford. The sign says American Visionary, but he's got car parts for a body, for a skeleton. I don't know if you can see through the, yeah, it's car parts. Umar, if you're being a bit creepy, can you stop being creepy? You are so welcome here, but don't be creepy. All right, so that's Henry Ford. And then you've got your typical tourist trap shops, right? When you're not in an historic place, when you're in a place that just grew up, this is not a historic main street, you end up with the tourist trappy places, like the Pepper Palace and Savannah's Candy, which you can find in airports. I'm thinking maybe, these are not chain stores over here. I don't think Mahogany Books is a chain store, or the Corinto Gallery, but you're gonna get these kind of tourist trappy places, but that's okay. Oh yeah, Diwali is I'm all for that. Candy time. It's candy time. Primo's is a good, I haven't had those, have not had those. It's not GWR. Oh my gosh. I'm going to think about it as soon as I stop thinking about it, I'm going to remember whatever the railway was. Because I didn't know that Britain had different railways. Like here, it's just Amtrak. For people, it's Amtrak. For freight, there are different carriers like CWX, CSX, and other ones. But speaking of Britain, So we do consider Winston Churchill an American because I think his mother was an American. So we do take a little credit for the great man here. That's a nice statue. It wasn't the Great Midlands Railway. It wasn't the, oh gosh. Oh, model train boy, it's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me. And there's just odd little artworks here. I mean, it is colorful. It's a nice place to walk. This says Rosie the Riveter, but I don't actually see Rosie the Riveter. So, not sure where she went, but her toolbox and her riveter are here. Looks like she's been removed. And then here's a representation of the end of the war in the Pacific, the famous kiss, which today we'd probably think is really creepy. If you've ever been to San Diego, California, this statue is huge. It is like 40 foot tall, this statue. And when you come around the corner at the USS Midway, the aircraft carrier, it it is kind of jarring when you see it because it's so huge. It's these two huge people. Hey, Umar, you know, I do appreciate all of your participation, but take a little time out, please. Thank you. You're welcome to come back, Umar, but just chill. Oh yeah, there's the Marilyn Monroe up here too. There's a little park. Little park, yeah, and you're right. Whoever said there's a lot of selfie spots here, there sure are a lot of selfie spots. So there's one at Nando's. Okay, now Nando's, not a tourist trap. I love Nando's. I'm all for the Nando's. So there's a cute little selfie spot there. I just wish there wasn't live music everywhere here. Or not live music, but loud music everywhere here. All right, and who we got here? Louis Armstrong. Yep. Louis Armstrong. Here. Hi, Doodles. No, this is National Harbor. Close, though. You probably caught my Baltimore accent. This is National Harbor in Oxon Hill, Maryland, on the Maryland side of the Potomac River, just south of the Wilson Bridge. So those of us who use that way to go to and from DC every day, see the big wheel. And we just passed the big wheel. Now here's a really, I'll call it interesting sculpture. This one is a little jarring if you don't realize it's a sculpture. But this old lady with her shopping, this is this is called Holding Out. Yep. It's interesting is a good word for it. Interesting is a good word for it. But there's Maryland across the way. Or Maryland, I should say. Wade, well, you should, Wade. Don't believe everything you hear on TV about Baltimore. It's a fantastic city. And then we also have our beautiful Chesapeake Bay, the world's largest estuary with a huge amount of biodiversity. Oh God, there's the door. I smashed my face on this. I don't go through these revolving doors anymore because I was walking through and the person in front of me stopped really suddenly and I hit my face on this door. So I don't like revolving doors. Hi, Zimpler. Nice to see you. I'll make a good tour guide. You know, someday when I retire, that might be a cool thing. I am a historian So I do enjoy history. Today's not a history walk. Today's just a fun little walk. And there's the Marilyn Monroe statue. Yash, you're very sweet. Thank you. Where is all the crime, Christopher? You know, we're good right now. All around Washington, D.C. feels pretty safe now, and quite clean too, by the way. Everything's very clean right now. It's a good time to be here. Today is a yodeling. It's today a yodel. Did you say, Arca? Did you say yodeling? Did you say yodeling? The answer to that is most definitely no. However, I'd like to hear more about yodeling walks. I don't have that talent, but I'd be very interested. Ooh, Malta. Hey, I'm all for travel everywhere. Hi, MGP. You're the second person from Switzerland today. Model Train Boy, thank you so much. It's been really nice to meet you. And I know as soon as you leave, I'm going to remember the name of that railway. Chiltern. Model Train Boy. It was the Chiltern. I knew I'd remember it. The Chiltern Railway. Chiltern. Yes. Albert is from Hungary. Very nice to see you, Albert. Albert, we're in a manufactured city here that was built over a lot of history, a lot of Native American history and pre-colonial history and colonial history. And some developers came in and built this whole kind of fake city. But for its lack of history and historic architecture, there are a lot of parks. There's a lot of walking space. Hey, Big Erm, nice to see you. Oh my gosh, Big Erm, those streams yesterday. So someone said, when you're coming to England, I was there last year, ZMMPLR, I was there last year. Those streams last night, so someone else said there were definitely problems with YouTube. I don't know, but I was losing the signal every 5 minutes. Then I was stuck in traffic because of the Ukrainian president being at the embassy, which just happened to be where I was. So we're just restarting today at National Harbor. And we're now at the top of American Way, and we'll come back down and we'll head down to the water. And wow, thanks to everyone for joining, because this stream, the first stream, cut off as well. After just a few minutes, we were on the water, so we're going to try again to go back to the water and get back on that trail. And if the stream dies down there, then I'm so sorry, but thank you for joining. But we're going to give it a really good try. We're going to go back to the big wheel. Hey, Yash, the answer is no. I really appreciate it, but chill out a little bit, please, Yash. Thank you. Legions, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, USA. Not too far from here. What's that big rock? It's just a big rock. Zempler. It's a big rock with a fountain. It just is. Josh, I'm going to put you in timeout too. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. I'm a very shy person. I'm just a historian. I'm just a historian. So this is called American Way. This is the main street down to the harbor and the big wheel that we're gonna see. The problem is there's so much music that I will be talking maniacally down here. So I'll kind of stop talking now so you can just get a view. Because once I get down there, I'm just gonna have to talk a lot. Christopher, I think it would be. It's about, I don't know, what, 66? I mean, no, it's gotta be like 70 degrees right now. 70, sunny, blue skies. Not as breezy as I thought it would be. There's a picture of Maryland from the back. A very strange angle there. And then across the way, that's where we just passed Nando's and the Nando's selfie area. And then the Louis Armstrong. Whoops, sorry. I always cross at the wrong time. I should learn to not do that. Hi, how are you? And the Louis Armstrong. Y'all keep this place so clean and so nice. Thank you. It looks fantastic. Yeah, I have a jacket on. I just have a windbreaker on. No, I won't get tired. Yash, I hike like 10, 12 miles in a day. I won't get tired. But thank you for being concerned. I appreciate it. Back to the little playground here. Yeah, Christopher, I hope you check out my other streams because this is definitely not a real history stream. This is just a interesting place to go stream. Not a history stream. I do history streams though. Oh good, now the music stopped. I shouldn't have said that. The music will start again. More rocks. More rocks. Back to Churchill. Back to the candy company. But let's get back to that waterfront. And get a good view from this angle. Christian, hi. I'm in National Harbor, which is south of Washington, D.C. And in the far distance, as we get closer to the water, you'll see. I mean, I know, right? Churchill, good guy over there. We're south of Washington, D.C., just over the, actually, we're getting a really good view of the Wilson Bridge in a distance here. But we'll get a better view of the Potomac. And then we will attempt to hike around this trail. And if I lose the signal, I apologize ahead of time because I lost the signal before when I was walking on the trail there. But that's the big wheel. It's smaller than the London Eye. That's the only other big wheel that I've known. I'm gonna say, I said this earlier, like it's about 2/3 the size. It's not half. It's definitely bigger than half of the size of the London Eye, but it's definitely not the size of the London Eye. And we're back to our armed services statues. And I'm gonna walk this way. Now this is where I lost the stream before. Daryl, oh my gosh. Another disaster stream, Daryl. Lost. I'm gonna just give Daryl a recap while we take a look at this beautiful plaza here and these flags. And I'll need to talk a lot because of the music. So Daryl, last night we lost the stream a couple of times in Georgetown, and we found out why the traffic was so bad. It's because Volodymyr Zelensky was on the other side of that street at the Ukrainian embassy. I have a video on the Ukrainian embassy, by the way. But that's why all the streets were blocked off. And the poor people who were just trying to get home, all they were doing was going around in a huge circle. The way they had the traffic diverted, it wasn't very smart, and it was just sending people in a circle. It was crazy. No, that's not the London Eye, Azid. We're in, oh, Christian, you're in Portland, Oregon. Beautiful, beautiful part of the country. This is Washington, D.C., believe it or not. This is south of Washington, D.C. We're at what's called National Harbor. It's a manufactured community. And so normally I'm on history walks, but today I'm in a place where history was kind of destroyed to build this kind of playground here on the south side of the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. So it is what it is. You know, there's something to see here. And if you're kind of tired of the monuments and memorials and museums in DC, which I don't know why you would be, I really don't know why that would happen. But if you're tired of that and you're in Washington and you want to just do something different, kind of hang out on the water, grab a bite to eat, maybe go up in the wheel here, this would be a place to check out something. Yeah, and we do. This is a really nice monument to those who serve. And it's quite beautiful. Yeah. I know, Zimpler. I know there was a big protest to this development because not just of the history, but because of all the natural resources here and the wildlife. Bald eagles are here. Lots of other birds and other wildlife here. So yeah, but you know, on the other hand, there's always another hand. You know, someone had to build someone sometime. The things that we look at that are historic today, they were new construction 100 years ago or so. So I try to be understanding and welcoming. Hello.
Talia, let's go.
All right, so here we go. We're going to try to take this beautiful walk on the water, and we're going to walk as long as we can before we lose the signal. I really appreciate so many people joining this second stream after the first one cut off so quickly. If you wouldn't mind, hit that like button. That would be super helpful. And share the stream if you have friends who are interested in travel and history. I live stream one evening each week, usually one, maybe two sometimes. And then I do one morning, at least one morning on the weekend, all depending on the weather. And recently the weather's just been fantastic. So I've been out, as Daryl knows, I've been out quite a bit. Yeah, so that's the Wilson Bridge there in a distance. This is where I lost the signal last time. So everybody hang in there. If I lose you, I'm not going to come back a third time, but I'm going to stay on as long as I can here because there's a lot to see here. And here's the other side of that wild sculpture in the sand. The guy who's buried in the sand. Check that out. Daryl, check out that. Have you ever seen anything like this? This sculpture, this guy buried in the sand. Oh yeah. There's one, I think the biggest one in the United States is that one in Las Vegas. This one's nowhere near that size. These kids are just climbing on that guy's nose. But yeah, now I'm gonna catch the sun in the lens here, but it's not just the guy's arms, and he's all the way buried. Like there's his leg and his foot down there. You know, art, I suppose. Okay. Oh, Ben's not here. The ice cream shop. We passed the ice cream shop. And Ben wasn't last night. So while the second stream was running, by the way, the second stream last night started so poorly, but at about 4.5 minutes, the video and audio get better. And then you see those really cool Halloween decorations a little later in the stream. I was really bummed. I was really bummed about that. Because, yet again, I had to walk past all the good decorations and couldn't video those. I am definitely going to get a music claim on this stream. Maybe that's why my streams keep stopping. Maybe all this annoying music. But this is the Potomac River. I'm on the Maryland side. Across that bridge is the Virginia side. And across that bridge and a little bit north is Alexandria, Virginia. We've taken a walk there, but I think it was a rainy-ish night. So we will be going back to Alexandria, but we need all day to go there. So maybe we'll do that. You can't hear the music, Daryl? Oh, I hope. Oh, good. That's great. I'm glad. It's so loud. It is beautiful weather, Zimpler. Hyacinth, hello. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's just so nice here today. It's October, but it's not cold. Just a nice breezy day. There are some ferries and water taxis that run between DC and Alexandria and here. We just saw one earlier on the stream. And then there's paddle boats and jet skis and all kinds of amusements here on the water. There's some kayaks. This would not be a bad place to do that. Definitely wouldn't be a bad place to do that. Storyscape, me too. Me too. Yeah, water taxi. It's a thing here. It's a thing in Baltimore. Oh, it's tied for the 5th largest in America. Okay. Thank you for that, Big Erm. Yeah. And then there's the big flag. Look how, I'm getting my, be careful not to get people in the stream who don't want to be in the stream, because it's only polite. These are our bikes. Washington, D.C. We've got a couple different ones. We got these red ones and we got green ones. Is there an air taxi? Oh, I don't know. Dan, no, this is Washington, D.C., believe it or not. Just south, actually, of Washington, D.C. We're on the Maryland side of the Potomac River. This is National Harbor, but I'm shooting straight into the sun. I need to stop doing that. It's probably not a good idea. But yeah, we just walked around some of the interesting artwork on American Way, and here's some more interesting artwork. Nice to meet you as well. I don't know how to say your name, but nice to meet you as well. Hi from New Zealand. Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining. While I'm just rambling around. All right, hope to keep the stream. I'm surprised it's still here because this is where it cut out last time. But if you're here in Washington, D.C., or sometimes if you're here for like a convention at one of the hotels here, there's also a casino here. But if you happen to be here, like just visiting DC and you're staying in this area, this is a great place to walk and hike. Like I said, all the history's been wiped away, but this is a nice place here. And I am gonna just be mute for a minute because of this music. So how far is the White House from here? As the crow flies, probably 5 miles, 6 miles. Driving, depending on traffic, like 25 minutes, 20, 25 minutes. No one is fishing. No, but I did see fish jumping earlier. So there are fish here. How deep is the water? I don't know. Don't know. Probably not too deep. I mean, here closer to the banks, you can see the bottom. Well, it's very nice to meet you from India. I do appreciate it. It could also be no one's fishing because of the time of day. I don't know. People here I don't know. I fish early in the morning if I'm fishing. But yeah, there's no one fishing here. I think it's okay. I think it's okay to fish here. Hi, Oscar. Oscar, are you Oscar from last night? Oh my God, that stream last night, Oscar. What a disaster. What an utter disaster last night. It's just crazy. Hello, Yash. Yes, I remember you, Yash. Yash, you can keep coming back as long as you like the stream. Keep coming back. Just don't say weird stuff, Yash. But do keep coming back. Yeah, the weather is amazing here. This is south of Washington, D.C., south of the Wilson Bridge over there. We're really close across the way, and north is Alexandria, Virginia. Hey, interview questions. Hi from Turkey. Wow, that's fantastic. You need a St. George's flag that size in your backyard. I would love a St. George's flag that size too. I have a little one. I do have a little one. Oscar, this is the state of Maryland. So we don't have provinces here. That's Canada. So this is the state of Maryland, but on the other side of that bridge is the state of Virginia. This is the Potomac River. It divides Maryland and Virginia. Ben, you missed the ice cream shops last night and today. Maybe we'll see another ice cream shop today. I'm so glad to see you, Ben. I am so glad to see you. Yeah, we were having a little bit last night, Ben. I wanted to check out all the Halloween decorations and it was so nice, but I kept losing the signal. Kept losing that signal, so that was annoying. But now I'm just chilling. Good morning. Oh, so it's a morning where you are. Am I on holiday? No, I work here. I work here and I'm done with work for the day. And a lot of times I will stream downtown in DC around the monuments and the memorials. But today I thought I'd just go someplace a little different. Is this the capital of the US? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Still trying to get this camera to be straight. I mean, technically, we're a stone's throw. Technically, we're not in the city of DC. We're in Maryland. But we're close. We're a stone's throw away. And so we've got this trail here, right on the Potomac River. Near the White House, no. 5 or 6 miles from the White House. 5 or 6 miles. No, not going to show my face. Why is everybody asking for that today? That is not happening. Just imagine a lady in a business suit who looks like my avatar. My avatar has has armor on, the knight in the library. Stick a business suit on her, that's me. That's exactly what I look like, glasses and all. Cast iron IRL, yeah, I have no idea. No idea. Makes no sense to me. I don't know if it's a cool suit. I have to wear a suit. Oh, well, Yash, I appreciate that. I don't know if that's true or not. It does. It does, and it's actually quite quiet. It might be because maybe there's not a lot of people here because we are in a government shutdown right now. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, but I work in and around Washington. And I usually talk history on these walks incessantly. But this is not a history place. Well, it is, but the history is kind of gone. And I guess the developers thought, well, because we wiped out all the history here, if we put a big flag and we honor veterans and service members, well, nobody can complain about that, can they? Well, yeah. It's a little disingenuous. Yeah, this is the way they appease the complainers by putting up flags. What are you gonna do? This is called Spirit Park here at National Harbor. And yeah, I do like the big flag. Interview, that is a wonderful idea. Yes, the 50 stars represent the 50 states. The stripes represent the original 13 colonies. And we do appreciate all who served and who serve, including our first responders. There are flags here for the branches of our military and for our first responders. So that's all good. There's a lot of steps. I'm glad I'm climbing up and not down. Oh, sorry for the sun. Yikes. Hey, Robert. It's nice to see you, Robert. Robert's a game streamer, Steel Leg of History. Check out his channel. There's a guy sitting on a bench. A statue of a guy sitting on a bench. Next to the real people sitting on benches. I can't quite angle my camera that high. It doesn't want to. Oh, my camera did not like that. Okay, we're not going to do that again. All right, I'm going to go this way. I'm not a real YouTuber, so this camera stuff causes problems. Is this the zombie apocalypse? I know, right? There's not a lot of people out. It's because the government is shut down. There's not a lot of people here. And because schools are back. So, and it's a weeknight. And I think people just want to go home on a Friday night. I think people just want, I'm sorry I keep hitting the sun there. Oh, this is a good view of the bridge. Okay, so in a distance from here, you're definitely getting the Wilson Bridge view. Here's a little monument to the Air National Guard, the 113th District of Columbia Air National Guard. Thanks to them. There's no benches up here. I would just sit and chill right here. This would be the place to sit. Nice view. Hi, Irish King. Irish King, we are south of Washington, D.C. In front of you, you see the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. We're in a manufactured area called National Harbor. It's not the usual historic place that I venture to. I'm usually at old historic buildings and monuments and museums. But today, I'm here at National Harbor, checking out all of its fake goodness. Do I work in the city? Do I work for the city? No, I don't work for the city. I work in and around Washington, D.C., and I do historic research everywhere around here. Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia, Boston. I do a lot of research, and when I can, I stream it. That is a good flag. And I'm looking at the traffic on the bridge. It's not too bad. It's Friday. Everybody's going home right now. It's Friday rush hour. But I think a lot of people, maybe like me, left a little bit early today. Just a tiny bit early today. That's a good view. Yash, if you have relatives in Pennsylvania, that's awesome. Pennsylvania is really close to here. It's just north of Maryland. Hi, White Widow. Nice to see you. Aw, Shane, we like America being great. We do our best. Aw, Daryl, you're so cool. You're so awesome. I appreciate you. I do. Such a nice evening tonight. Really good, like 70 degrees, little bit of a breeze. I'm sorry if you're hearing that on the stream. So tomorrow, yeah, Yash, I said not having it. Tomorrow I will either be in Mount Airy, Maryland or Newmarket, Maryland. We're gonna play Main Street Bingo tomorrow. If we're in Mount Airy, there is a historic train station to visit. If we're in Newmarket, I think they have more Halloween decorations. So we're gonna have to decide. I do like the Betsy Ross flag. I do. I like the circle of stars on that flag. So we'll decide tomorrow depending on the weather, probably pretty early. Boston has a rich Irish history. It absolutely does have a rich Irish history. We have a tiny bit of Irish history in Baltimore. Not too much in my research. I haven't found too much Irish history, but there's a tie between the Irish in Baltimore and the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad, which was the first railroad in the United States. Started on, sorry to go into it, the 4th of July, 1828. I know the exact day. The 4th of July, 1828. The Baltimore and Ohio Railroad, the first railroad in America, began, and it expanded west with the help of a lot of Irish from who landed in Baltimore and then worked their way west with the railroad. So the Irish moved west as they were building the railroad. There's a great museum in Baltimore. The Irish Railroad Workers Museum is in Baltimore, and they're a great partner of some of the history and historical associations I belong to. So now you know, and now I'm done babbling. See what happens? We did talk about history today at National Harbor. I'm sorry I had to talk so much today because of all that music. We'll see if this stream is claimed. The original stream is probably out there still spinning. The streams from last night are probably out there still spinning. But at least this stream hung on for everyone. So I want to say a big, huge thank you. I'd love it if you hit that like button. I'd love it if you shared my stream. A big thank you. Hope to see you all tomorrow for Main Street Bingo. If you want to play along, there's a bingo card in the community section of my channel. You can find the bingo card. You can print it off yourself, and you can play along. Shane, I will absolutely end this stream on this beautiful flag. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Zempler. Thank you, Shane, Yash, Daryl, Ben. You guys are princes. Oscar, Model Train Guy, Janet. If I forgot anyone, there's a lot of people watching, so I'm pretty sure I forgot everyone. But a huge, huge thank you to everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. I'll just stay on this flag for a little bit. We're almost in an hour. I'll just hang on the flag here.